Wildkids. Hey. Hi. Hi. Hey. How you doing? Come here. Come here. Have a look at this. We're on a bug hunt today. How you doing? All right? Come on. Hurry up. Sit down if you've got to sit down. If you're at the back, sit down. If you're at the front, definitely sit down so everybody can see. Now, come and have a look at this. Today, we're going bug hunting. And I had a little look around yesterday and I found some really cool stuff for you to see later on. So don't go away. It's very exciting. And the first stone I turned over today to have a look, see if I could find anything. I found 2 things already. 1, 2, and here's the second one I'm going to show you now. Come down here. Look. So we're in a different part of the woods today. It's really quite rocky and we're on a big slope that's going down into the valley. And we're right next to some guys who are doing some building as well. So it doesn't matter where you go to look for nature. It can happen anywhere. And here's a perfect example. So the tree has pushed all these stones out of the way. Already it's grown up because it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's a lovely tree. And underneath these stones are loads of bugs. Well, hopefully loads of bugs, or potentially loads of bugs. And they are great shelters. So look what I found. Look at this guy, this little slater. Doing amazing. Little woodlouse, as we call them in the UK. Hello, my wild kids in England. How you doing? Now, this guy, see all these little plates on the back? He's very well protected because this guy only eats all the rubbish off of the floor, but he could be a tasty morsel for something else. So what he does, he's got little tentacles at the front where he's just got little feelers, and he'll be feeling around because his eyesight isn't very good. And watch this. I don't know if you've seen slaters before. He is very good at, look, oh, he's turned into a ball. Now look at all those little plates around him. Oopsie, sorry, mind your heads. Bang me adventure stick. So look, he's like, oh no, I'm in trouble. I'm going to curl up into a tiny ball to protect my soft underbelly. Now, if we say stay still, just for a little bit. Oh, look, here come the legs. Oh, everything's all right. Realise it's only a Trevor. And off he goes again. Or she goes again. So, and these guys you can pick up as long as you're gentle. I'm going to show you a really cool way to pick up bugs. Whoopsie, you go in there. See what happens when you roll around? Yeah, let me just put you back in where you're supposed to be. Come on, my little friend. In you go. There. I'm going to just put you there. Look, curled up again. And what he's going to do is wait for the danger to go away. So if we just leave him a be, and then hopefully he'll come and think everything's all right, I'm going to move along. Or he's not. I'll tell you what we're going to do. He might be a little bit
Emmy
scared.
says hi.
Hey Emmy, how you doing? Are you good?
I know Emmy loves slaters.
Oh yeah, slaters best. Love them. So we are going to leave Kelly alone. Kelly Slater, get it? For anybody who likes surfing. Hey! I've got a million of them. Oh, I know. So come on, let's have a look up here, because there's so much to see. Now, even in a small area like this, there's loads of things to find. So here, look at this. Look at all these different sorts of lichens, for a start. Now, because we've been a bit windswept, it's been quite stormy. These have dried out quite a lot. Usually they'd be a little bit more moist. So you've got different sorts. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different sorts of lichen just on this one rock alone. Now, lichens have been around since the dinosaur times. They're one of the oldest and most simple plants that have been haven't really evolved that much since dinosaur times. They're quite an amazing thing.
Would dinosaurs have eaten lichen, do you think, Trevor?
Well, I think dinosaurs probably would have eaten lichen because a lot of the time it's not just because we've got animals that eat lichen now. So there's no reason to think that dinosaurs wouldn't have eaten lichens as well. Why not? It's a plant after all, and most plants animals eat. So come up this way, and I'm going to show you some other things. Because this is a great spot for looking at all different sorts of nature around. Now there's lots of different sign of animal as well. So up here, look, for example, here. Now look, here's some poo. There's some animal droppings. Now I think this is wallaby, and if you look at it, I'm just breaking up with a stick. Don't use your hand. And it's green. Inside it's green. And look, that's vegetable matter. And we know that wallabies live around here because we can tell by their poos. And the shape of their poo, and also what they've been eating. And this is all green inside, and it looks like little bits of grass. And because we're right next to the park, the wallabies, when we've all gone home at night, will come out into the park and play on the swings and the slides and the roundabouts and have a great time. No, they don't do that. That's silly. That's what we do. And the grown-ups, that's what happens when the kids go to bed, all the grown-ups go and play in the park. Now, here we can see that this is just grass. So that's what the wallaby, and we know wallabies eat grass, so that's why we can tell. How we can tell.
Hi, Trevor
wallabies.
From Ariel and Lucy.
Hey Ariel, hey Lucy, how you doing? Are you good? Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad you could come along today. It's a glorious day, isn't it? Come with me and we're going to go and look at some stuff. So all of these stones here are absolutely brilliant for little houses for bugs, and I'm going to show you later on how to make a really simple bug house, because people keep asking me how to make bug houses. Now, stones falling over like this are really good shelters. Now, bigger ones, we would have, like people would have lived into these in shelters. Now, if you look underneath, sometimes you can see spiders' webs and things like that, because they would have been living in here too. Now, these little crevices around these
Aria
here parts.
and Neil say hello.
Hey, Aria and Neil. How are you?
And also Francis and Teddy.
Hi, Francis, Teddy, what's up? Hey! Now, we're trying to find spiders and bugs in natural bug houses, because bugs are brilliant. I love
Mine
bugs.
Champs Hornsby say hello.
Hello to Mine Champs. How you doing? Lovely to hear you here. Now, have a look at this.
And also Georgia, James and Lincoln from Wellington, New South Wales.
Hi! Have you been before? I don't know. But if you haven't, very pleased to meet you. We're going to have so much fun today. You're going to love it. It's like Tootie and me too. Now, under here, there are, I don't know if you're going to be able to see these, but under here, this is a really good shelter, and this has like been snuffled. And the reason I think it's been snuffled is because there's some holes in the back here, and animals that do snuffling are animals like echidnas.
Say hi to Kinder 2, Nido Golden Grove.
Hello. Hi guys, how you doing? Are you good? Come and have a look at this. Now, there's no echidnas in here, but there's a couple of little scratch marks going through here and a couple of little paw prints. Tiny, tiny paw prints. I don't think they're going to show up, unfortunately, but something's been snuffling through here looking for bugs to eat. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at bugs to show you, and I've got one to show you. I found this one earlier. Now, I've got a few of these inspection jars, and they're really, really good. Let's put it up here and I'll show you. Oh, no, shut the front door, close the windows. Look at this guy. Wow. Can you see that? How long is he? How many? No, I'm sorry.
Jacob and Noah think that's really cool.
It is the best, Jake. It is the best, Noah. Look, how many legs has he got? 1, 2, miss a few, 45, 50. I think it's, look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. I don't actually know what kind of centipede that is, or if it is a centipede or a millipede. I'm not sure. But again, like the slater we saw earlier, look at the little things at the front, that little V at the front. That's his little feelers going on, because it hasn't got very good well-developed eyes. It will know dark and it will know light and it will know certain things, and it will be tasting and smelling and looking around here for something to eat. And he is on a mission. Sometimes they're even blind. But isn't that amazing? Now, the same as the slater, the back, all of its back is like little armour-plated platelets. Get it right, Trevor. Platelets to protect it from predators. And I don't know if he might be a predator himself and looking for a smaller bug to eat, but his legs are going faster than Usain Bolt. I think he's been inspired by watching the Olympics. Who knows? But he, or she, because I don't know what if it's a boy insect or a girl insect. We'll call her she this time.
Hello from Laura.
Hey Laura. Hey beautiful. How you doing? And now in here, this is my inspection jar, and in here
I thought I was going to be all super amazing because I was a bit worried I couldn't find anything, because yesterday I couldn't find hardly anything. So I found I got up super duper early and had my breakfast, and I came out early and tried to find some bugs for you. And I found this guy. Now look at the way it's curled up. Now it's not a snail. It's not a snail shell. Now this is a millipede as well. It's similar to that little orangey yellow guy we've just seen, and it's really worried and nervous. So it's curled itself up into this little circle. Again, see all those little shiny black bits? They're like protecting its body, and it's got a soft underbelly, just like the slater we saw as well. And it's got so many legs. Let's just put it down here. It's got so many legs. It's even picked up little bits of the stones and stuff that was with it. Isn't that amazing? Beautiful colour. And what you can do is, if on the top of this viewer, it's got a magnifier. So if I put the magnifier on top, you might be able to see it better. I don't know if that's in there. There we go. I don't know if that helps. But you can just see the legs there all curled up. Now they're very worried and very nervous. So we're just going to leave him there to see if they will come unfold as well. Oh, look, it's starting to move. Things are happening. Things are happening. Look, it's got to untangle all its legs. There you go. Wow, look at that. Oh, there you go. Come on, Mildred. Mildred the millipede. And off they go. Look at that. Wow. And they'll be able to cool down. They've got so many legs. They can get anywhere. That's absolutely vertical. Now, maybe they've been watching the Olympics and watching all the rock climbing, because that is amazing. Wow. So cool. Brilliant or what? Now, I've got so much more to show you, and so many things that you can do at home or in your centre. So, let's put my inspection thing away. Get me an adventure stick, because I need this, because the ground here is a little bit uneven and I fall over a lot. So if we go up here, looking around here now, there's lots more signs. See, there's more different sorts of food there. Here as well, there's droppings, so like tiny little droppings as well. So I think that's rabbits. So all the bunnies that will be coming through here, of course, and they'll be eating the grass, just like the wallabies would be, and all sorts of other animals. Now, we're always very lucky when we come into the woods. We see lots and lots of bugs, and the bugs are probably the easiest thing to find, because there's so many different sorts of bugs that we can see millions and millions and millions of bugs. I mean, even here, we might not see the bugs here, but the scribbly gum is a sign that there is life here. All these squiggles and diggles and jiggles and biggles. Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
What lives in the scribbly gum?
It's a little scribbly gum moth. There's a little grub that will live in here, and it eats the sap that's inside the bark here. And when it's ready, it just pops out, and it's a tiny little moth. It's about that big, teeny tiny, teeny tiny. Pretty amazing. Come on, come this way. Come down this path. Now this path here has been made by us lot, humans. And we just stomp. But I'll show you a path in a minute that's not been made by people. It's been made by the animals that live here. Come on. Now look here. In August, this is one of the first bushes that comes out in flower, the wattle. And this one's beautiful, and they're brilliant because lots of times when you see one of these wattles in flower like this, you might get to see some bees and some of the other pollinators, because a lot of the bees, when it's really, really cold, they'd have been hiding away, trying to stay warm. And then when the queen starts laying eggs and laying all the worker bees, then they come out, all the worker bees come out and get the nectar out of these flowers, and they will pollinate the tree and also have a little bit of food for themselves for their hives. It's a brilliant way that plants work with the bees. And did you know that scientists have worked out that bees have a favourite colour? And a bee's favourite colour is in fact yellow. And how do the flowers know that? So they go like lots and lots of flowers are yellow. So do they talk to each other?
Hello, Creative Garden from Kellyville Ridge.
Oh, hey Kellyville Ridge crew, how you doing? Are you good? Fantastic, I've seen you for ages. Glad you're there. Now, look at these, aren't these beautiful? And this tree is really clever as well. I keep telling you plants are clever. This plant is no exception because look at these leaves. Now already they're using the sun to transfer, they use the leaves for photosynthesis, which means they turn the energy from the roots when they suck up all the nutrients from the ground, and they put it into the leaves with the chlorophyll in the leaves, and they make that energy, and that's how what makes trees grow. But this tree likes its leaves, and they are really, really spiky. And look at all these spikes on the thing here, on the branches here, and the little twigs as well. Now this stops bigger animals. These must be delicious leaves. So these little spikes actually stop animals eating them. Because after all, who wants to be eaten? Don't really hurt. Anyway, let's keep going. Yep. Ow, ow. You hear that noise? That's bad impression. That's a wattle bird. They're hard to see. I'll try and find it for you, but I'm rubbish at finding birds. I hear them all the time, but I'm rubbish at finding them, so I end up like, you know, just hearing them. It's just nice to hear that bird song. Now, we've got a beautiful Hackia tree here, or these really weird lumpy bumpy brain trees. And then we're going to go down here. Come on. Let's have a look down here. Yeah, I know, I'm going that way now. So, down here, I've got something to show you. It's really, really cool. Now, here is someone's front door. And I'm going to show you how we can say hello to them and how we can grab them. Now, let's have a look. And just remember, when you're actually turning over a rock, always do it with a grown-up and turn it towards you, the rock. So if there's anything like poisonous or spiky or bitey, it will scurry away like that, okay? So, turning away from me. Let's see what we can find. Now, there's a hole here. And, let's see, if we can get some of the guys out. Hello? It's Trevor with the Wildkids. We want to come and stay, for you to come and say hello. Well, they might have been a bit scared because I saw them earlier. Now, there was a lot of ants underneath here. So let's see if I can just move another stone to see if we can get them to come out. Nope, they are well and truly, nope, camera shy. So, now what I'm going to do is today, if I find some small insects, I'm going to use one of these. Have a look at that. This is cool. This is what you can make. This is called a pooter. And it's brilliant because some tiny, tiny bugs are so delicate. The best thing to do is either just look at them, or we can use a pooter, which is one of these things, to suck up the bug and put it into a little chamber like this, and we can look at it closer because we've got a little bit of glass here, and the glass magnifies the body slightly so you can actually have a better look at it.
What did you make it from, Trevor?
So this one is so easy to make. Let me just take it apart. So what we've used is a spice jar. Let's get rid of those little seeds. A spice jar and a bit of pipe. And what we do, I'm going to do a little thing for you here. A little how-to video or something as well. So it's a bit of pipe, and the sucky end is a small end, and you put a bit of gauze over the other end. Otherwise, you'll suck the bugs into your lungs, which is not good. Okay, so what we're going to do? Oh look! Aha! Here we are. Now look, these are termites. So what you do is you get the end of the pooter and suck them up, and there you go. See them? So now we haven't hurt any of them because we've just sucked them through the pipe, and now we can look at them better.
How come they don't go into your mouth?
Because, see they would have done, because I've sucked them all up here, but that little bit of cloth, little bit of gauze, I've put an elastic band around it, and that's the bit that I suck up. So you always have the shorter bit is your sucky up bit, and the longer bit for picking up the bugs, okay? Now, let's get the construction crew back where they belong. So it's a very, very simple thing to make, educators, mums and dads. And then what we can do is I'm just going to tip them back in there. We've had a good look at them. Make sure they're all out. You all out? You are? Marvellous. Sorry to disturb. Carry on digging. Marvellous. There you go. Aren't they cool? Termites are brilliant. They're actually really, really clever little animals. They know how to build things that don't collapse. And I'm going to show you how they can really work together. Actually, we need them in the woods because they break down all the wood in the from the fallen trees. Let's get you off there. Come on, guys. No, you're not going for a ride. No. There's no tours today. Thank you very much. You have to stay in your house. Thank you very much. We've got the rest of the gang. So, over here, look, here's a brilliant example of what happens when a tree falls over. So, tree, it's been living, it's been doing marvellously, it's been blown over by the wind. And it died. Now, underneath here, it's all, look at all this here, look. This is actually the tree. This is all bits of the tree still. But this has all been eaten by bugs and termites and beetles and millipedes and slaters. And they've all been looking for food. And just because the tree's died does not mean that it's not good food source. So look, if we just lift this off, turn it over, look at this. So this is a house now, as well as a food source. We've got spiders' webs here. Look at it, and all broken. And all these little holes are like the termites. And you might have seen the termite mounds. And you might have seen the big lumpy bits on trees. Look, there's spiders' eggs here. What else have we got? Oh, there's so many things to see. It's fantastic. So also you might have a little bit of fungus going on. And even though it's all falling apart, it's actually all the nutrients now and all the goodness that's left in the tree will now go into the soil, and that nutrients will be good for baby plants like this she oak over here. So here, look, see this little baby? This teeny tiny baby, little baby she oak, probably about 2 or 3 years old. It's got its own little flower. Let me point to the flower for you. It's got its own little flower there, and there's its seed. It's all ready to make a new baby. Amazing, amazing. And let me just use a stick and we'll go through here because, whoopsie, let's put that there. And we can crawl through this and see what else we can find if there's anything going on. A few little ants, a few little termites. Here we go, look. There we go, little termites. All doing a job. Now, if you don't find bugs, don't worry. Because, did you know something? You can make up your own. You can make your own bugs. And I like making bugs just as much as I like finding real ones. So, let's put my pooter away back in my bag. The adventure stick. Come over here. Come and have a look at these. Now, if you want to find bugs, it's really easy. You don't have to go to the woods. Have you got a nature spot in your garden? Or have you got a little nature spot at the back of your children's centre? Because I've got some ingredients here, look. Let me just show you. Now, who doesn't like strawberries? You don't? Oh, you do? Well, that's good, because strawberries are amazing. And strawberries are really interesting, actually, because it's the only fruit where the seeds are on the outside of the fruit. Did you know that? The seeds are on the outside. Most fruits on the inside. Anyway, I digress. But this strawberry tub is perfect for a bug house. Now, you can find the bugs and put them in here too, so you can have a look at them. Make sure you cover up all the air holes at the bottom, but you've got air holes at the top so they can breathe. All you have to do, get some leaves, get a few twigs, get a bit of earth, stick it in there, cover up the lid, and you've got somewhere to actually look brilliantly at bugs. You could also have this upside down, covered over with something, and then you've got a shelter for the bugs, just like these stones. So like we were showing you with the termites in that turned over stone, you could do the same thing with this strawberry tub. You could do the same thing with a plant pot. I've got this packing from a very known Swedish furniture store, and it's really, really good because it's got the hexagons just like a beehive, and you can just cut bits up, put it in there, put a bit of soil in there, a bit of maybe even a few little bits of food, not like rotting food, and then you can put that there, cover that up, and that could be your bug house as well. It doesn't have to be huge. Sometimes the bigger ones aren't actually that good either, to be honest with you. But find out what bugs are in your garden, and then you can work out what they eat, and then you could put like what they eat in your bug house.
Where is a good spot to put your bug house?
A really good spot to put put your bug house is where there are bugs already. So if you're looking around and you find like a great big open bit of grass, not a good spot. But under a bush, by a stone, somewhere quiet. Bugs who likes to go to sleep where it's noisy? If you had me living next door, you'd be like, oh no, Trevor's off again. But if you've got somewhere quiet, somewhere nice, somewhere gentle, that you don't go to visit every single 5 seconds, you might find a very nice little haven for some bugs. Even, now check this out. Why not? You got a brick or a stone, just put that on the ground, and then you can lift this up and there'll be things underneath it. If you have like a nice little bit of damp soil, you could just use an old bit of brick, an old paving slab. So anyway, I digress because we've got so little to do and so much time. No, hang on a minute. We've got so much to do and so little time. Let's get it right, Trevor. Goodness me. Now, like I said before, if you can't find any bugs, you can make a bug. You can make a bug out of nature. And here are some very, very rare bugs indeed. You've got the Ponicus spiceus. You've got the very, very special Rachel Macius out of Autumn Levius, made by Rachel. She's very, very clever. And next to it, we've got these fungus. These are real. These are actually real. These aren't pretend. These are fringed saw funguses. Or saw, no, is it saw fringe fungus? Fringe saw fungus? It's something like that. You can look them up if you like. But they're really cool, huh? What do you reckon of those, Sabrina? Do you like them? Cool. Now, also, if you come over here.
How did we make them, Trevor?
Ah, how did you make them? Well, look, it's as simple as we've got some she oak seeds. We've got some autumn leaves that have fallen onto the ground. And we've got some Play-Doh. Now, everybody knows how to make good Play-Doh. Or, in the case of the Pony Spiceus, we've used a tiny little bit of spare clay because I was doing some modelling. And we've got this little bit of clay, stuck a few little twigs in there. You could add eyes, you could add antennas, googly eyes, whatever you want to do. But did you know you can also make ones that fly? Did you know that, young Arkia? Come this way. If you've got a tree or you've got something like that, look at these ones. Now, these ones are absolutely a marvellous. This is the old Cedius bankius flyaroundius, and this is the mature old Cedius bankius flyaroundius. And they fly around and they blow around in the breeze and the wind, and they are absolutely awesome. You can make these. You can make these. Now, they're super easy, but it's nice to make things out of natural stuff. You can make like junkyard angel monsters as well, and that's a whole other lesson plan. But before we go, because I'm running out of time, before we go, I'm going to show you something else.
Don't forget to send us your pics of any bugs that you make.
Pics? I was going to talk about, oh yeah, pictures. I love getting your pictures, guys. Now I'm going to leave this box here because it's getting a bit heavy. So I'm going to come this way, come over here. Come this way. You coming, all right? Let's go. Because I found something super amazing. Now I'm just going to step over these banks here. No, not banks here, Baronius. Give it a right, Trevor. Down through here. Now look here, look. You know what I'm saying, we're going to walk through. this part here, this has been made by all the wallabies that all live in here. So all this area here, we can see where the thing, because all of the grasses have been tamped down. And because you know they bounce around just like that. They don't care about the grass, so it goes now through here now. So getting back to what I was saying about putting like little bits of like slab on the floor, little bricks on the floor. These stones are a classic example. Now, come down here, come down here, come down here. Have a look. So in here I found an amazing centipede. So I'm just going to put them on this lichen. Now use jars at home. So all the ones, if you do recycling, because you know how much I love recycling. So these jars are perfect for things like this. If you find something, now being very careful with centipedes, because some of them are can be nippy. And I got bitten by a centipede. But look at him in there, can you see him? I don't know if you can see him very well. There we go, right, ready? I'm just going to put him out, because this one's huge. And you get bigger ones up in the tropical north of Queensland. But this is one of the best ones I've seen for ages. Look at him go. Whoa, how fast. Look, he's so scared. He is so scared. But what we're going to do, we're going to cover him up in a minute. He doesn't want to be trapped at all, and he's lying very still. Now, this is a very clever thing that this centipede is doing, because what he's pretending to be is a twig. So he's a dark colour, just like the twig here, look. If you see the twig, it's not too different a colour, is it? So he's camouflaged. So, and he's lying very flat and very still because he doesn't want to get eaten by a wattlebird. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover him up, just like this, and let him find a little rock to lie under, just like that. And he'll feel lots safer and more comfortable, because we don't want to scare the bugs. We don't want to scare any of the animals, do we? Because we've got to look after them. So, well, on that, I think it's time for me to... I've got to go. I've had so much fun today. Thanks for watching, guys. But don't forget to send in all your pictures. And if you want an animal bug spotting sheet, let me know. Go to my Facebook page and you can do all that. And I'll send a link. And hopefully I'll see you really, really soon. Take care, everybody. Lots of love. Stay safe. Bye. Bye.